everybody, my name's Diana. This is Diana Simplifies and welcome to Tiny Tidy Tuesday. It is now after Christmas when you're seeing this, so I hope you had a wonderful Christmas with your friends, your family, whoever you were celebrating with. The day that I'm actually recording this is, got hair right in my mouth. The day I'm recording this, it is December 12th, so we're not quite there yet, but I always try to film ahead just to stay ahead of my little game here. But right before Christmas, I had wanted to clean out my trash cans. So I've got 4 trash cans lined up here. I'm going to Tiny Tidy today. I just want to disinfect them, so I was going to show you what I'm using. This is what I typically use when I clean a house. And I always say I don't really use disinfectants at my own house. I use them occasionally. Usually here I will use Odoban because it's a good disinfectant. Plus it has, it helps with odors. And of course we have pets, as you know, house full of pets. So if I am going to disinfect, I tend to use Odoban. But for my clients, I like to use the Lysol cleaners. These are the refills, and then I just use my own spray bottle, and I just, add water. It makes this last a lot longer. So let's say this, I'm not sure, this is somewhere around $3, maybe $3.50 now, and I can spread this out for a good long time in a spray bottle with some water. And it doesn't cut down on the disinfecting properties of the cleaner. It tells you that you can water these down. So this is the Clean and Fresh Multi-Surface Cleaner Cool Adirondack Air Scent, and it's kind of a pine scent. So I do like that one a lot. So anyway, we will go ahead and get started. Like I said, I've got 4 trash cans here. I meant to, we had trash day earlier today, so I've already had to, reload my big trash can, but I'm just gonna take this trash bag out. I actually did this yesterday. I'm gonna take this bag out and then we can clean the inside of what's going on with this trash can. All right, so I'm just gonna pull you down here so you see what's happening. I think you can see okay. So let's just pull this out. Ranger's here, he wants to see what in the world I'm doing. Also, I'm gonna use some paper towels and, a glove. I've got a glove. I have a glove and I have some paper towels. So typically what I do is, now I don't clean this all the time, but when I take my trash bag out and get a new trash bag, then I usually spray all this with Lysol. So like this, the inside of this, and the inside of that part right there, all that with Lysol. But today we're actually gonna clean and sanitize it with actual cleaner and a paper towel. So, just gonna clean that good. And it takes a while for disinfectants to work. In case you didn't know, it usually, I'd have to read on there to see exactly what it says. It's usually somewhere like 90 seconds or something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out so I can also spray this liner. And this is the part that I'm talking about. Just spray it good and just let it also sit. And I've got a couple of other trash cans here. This is a cute little one. A little Christmas scene that I just keep in my family room. So I'm just gonna spray that one. And this is the one that goes in my husband's bathroom. Just a cheap old, I'm sure we got it at Walmart 100 years ago, probably. We've been here 30 years, probably, or 28 years. We probably had at least that long. I'm gonna go ahead and do the outside because I don't usually clean this very often. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the outside of that as well. And then the one that's in my bathroom, this one, I'm gonna do the outside of this one as well because it just gets super dusty in my bathroom. And I'm gonna take this liner out. Whoops, right, oh, that scared Ranger. Sorry, Ranger. By the time I finish, I'm gonna go ahead and do the outside. By the time I finish talking, everything will have sat long enough, I think, to go ahead and start wiping it down. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that now. Alrighty. Okay, so I started with this one, so I'm gonna do that one more time right there. Also, I think the outside I'm gonna do, because it gets very dusty. It stays inside my I got a really small pantry over here. It stays inside there. So, whoops. How many things can I trip over and make noise with? Every little noise upsets Ranger, so he cannot deal with noise. All right. Even though this one stays inside little pantry, it's gotten all the finish is all worn off, I guess, just from, you know, I don't know, just general use, I guess. I think I found a little cat hair down here. Imagine that. Did you want to see? It's kind of gross. Okay, we probably don't need to see, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do the outside of this. I think I may have already sprayed that once, but it looks like it dried up. All right. One reason I'm wiping so many times is because I keep running into cat hair that's stuck to it. So normally I don't think I need to wipe it quite that much, but I keep seeing cat hair. Oh, those kids, those crazy kids. All right, now, so that one's looking good. Now I need to do the liner. All right. It's pretty light, so I'm just gonna pick it up. Cricket's starting up now. She's playing with her toys. She likes to talk to you guys when I'm filming. I don't know why. Okay. It's looking pretty good inside there. Looking pretty clean. It actually didn't look terrible because, and this really isn't that dirty, because like I said, every single time, I don't really have spills in here. I use those Sam's trash bags and they're pretty thick. So stuff doesn't spill out, you know, they don't tear, stuff's not spilling out. So this isn't terrible. And like I said, every time I clean it, I spray a little Lysol. So I've got several different ones, but here's just an example of what I spray in there. And I just, you know, like that, and I'm done. So I'm gonna go ahead, it's still a little damp. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this liner back in here. And it'll be ready to go. Back into my pantry. But it should definitely be smelling fresher now, shouldn't it? All right, next. Let's see, I think I did this little one next. All right, I'm just gonna spray a little bit on here because I didn't really do the outside. So let's go ahead and freshen the outside up while we're at it. Also the bottom. And sometimes I dump a little bit of dry food in here that Cricket does a lot of spilling, and so I know this has got some dried up food in here that I need to get out. So I'm sure the bottom is, I got the dry food out, but I'm sure the bottom is dirty because I do that. Okay, so that's not looking terrible. Not looking bad at all, there's just some random dirt. It doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. Go ahead and throw that away. And then, I don't remember which one I did next. We'll just go ahead and work on this one. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this again. And I did spray the outside, but I'm just gonna go ahead and have that damp and wipe it off. Yesterday, it was the weekend, and it was Sunday, I caught Laverne and Shirley and Happy Days on one of the old, I think it was Me TV. So I spent, whoops, just dribbled stuff out. I spent 2 hours yesterday watching I watched 2 different Happy Days. It was Christmas episodes from, you know, whatever year. And then 2 different Christmas Laverne and Shirley. It was so fun. One of those things I haven't done in years, just wandered across those shows. I love those shows. Laverne and Shirley is one of my favorites. And of course, Laverne can't sing. I'm sure she probably could in real life, but on the show she was always singing off key. And so that was hilarious. In there, so what I do is I just reuse bags that we get from Walmart or Kroger. I've got a friend that gives me Kroger bags. I actually don't go to Kroger, but she gives me those, so I had those in there. So once it dries, I'll put them back in there just to line it. And then I've got one more here to go, and that is the one that goes in my bathroom. Okay, 11 minutes. That's not a terribly long tiny tidy. And I even did a little talking, so. Trying to keep my tiny tidies a little bit tinier, if you know what I mean, because sometimes I go long with those. But I'm a little bit worried about Sunshine. I'm having a terrible time. I don't know if it's the holidays or what. I'm having a terrible time getting Sunshine's medicine in, which she's taken less than she usually takes. But she seems to be sleeping more than she should. But I can't even get her medicine in the mail. So I can't up her medicine because I don't have enough, because first part of the medicine got stolen. One of her meds thankfully got here. So I do have one of her meds on hand. Or like, I've got them all, but I don't have a lot and I'm concerned about it. So the one that I don't have, I can just call the vet office and run by there. It's just that they charge a lot more. I know it sounds like I'm being cheap, but I just, you know, we've spent a lot of money working on my truck, and I just don't want to pay out a whole lot of extra money if I don't have to, if the Chewy order would just hurry up and get here. So anyway, it's just been a struggle. Ranger's anxiety meds got stolen out of the box. The box was opened when Spencer finally received it. He received it like a week late, or it was days late. It might have been a full week. And then when he received it, it only had 1 medication. It was supposed to have 3. So Ranger's anxiety meds got stolen. I still have enough of that, so I'm not too worried about the fact it's not here yet. But I mean, I'm concerned because it's like, what is taking so long? So they reshipped it. They gave us a credit because it got stolen. You know, it didn't show up like it was supposed to. So they gave us a credit, and you know, it's not a full credit, but like a $20 credit, which is, I mean, it's helpful. And then they were supposed to be re-sending it out. I mean, it's still like the last time Spencer checked on it, it still was like just at the stage where it was a shipping label. So it's like, oh my gosh, I hope it is actually shipped and it's just saying. You know, because sometimes it'll arrive at your house, so you don't even realize it's coming. So, I don't know. You know, on one hand, I enjoy the holidays. On another hand, I do not enjoy the fact that I ordered this stuff before the 1st of December. Today's the 12th, and I still do not have any. I have one of them. And then I'm concerned about Sunshine not acting exactly right. She's okay, but she seems to be sleeping more than she should, which is not usually a good sign. I mean, she's eating good. That's good. She's not dying. I don't mean that. It's just, you know, me being a pet mom, I would like her meds to be here. That's all. And I would definitely like Ranger's meds to be here as well, because he has a lot of anxiety issues. It's just, one of his issues is if he's not taking enough medication, he just constantly is wanting to run in and out, mostly out. Like, he'll come in and then he'll immediately want to go back out. It's very, I'm sure it's stressful for him. It's also stressful for me. So anyway, hopefully by the time you see this, which like I said will be after Christmas, hopefully I will have received all the medicine. Everybody will be fine and we will have moved on. I probably have forgotten about it, but it's like, good grief, what is taking so long? It's cool. Okay, good enough. And this has got rust on the top. I guess there's something I can probably get that off with. But it just sits over in the corner of my bathroom, hard to see, so I don't worry too much about it. It's all dented. I've dropped stuff on top of it. Okay, so, and then I just lined that also with a little plastic bag, like from Walmart. All right, you guys, thanks so much for being with me today for Tiny Tidy Tuesday. I hope that you guys, once again, I hope you had a wonderful holiday with your family. And so now we have New Year's Day coming up. Is anybody going to have a resolution or any goals, we could call them. I don't really do that. So I don't do a word. I don't really do goals. I don't know. I might come up with something, but so far I haven't really thought of much. But anyway, thank you so much to Sunday Dawn for always hosting this every single week. And we will catch you back here next week for more Tiny Tidy Tuesday. Be sure and check out the playlist of all the other lovely ladies. See it. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye. Hey guys, I got a brand new feeder for Christmas. So I know what you're saying. You're saying, but you made this video before Christmas. Yes, I did. My husband went ahead and gave it to me because he thought I was going to be upset because it's not as large as the one that we had before. Actually, I didn't even pay attention when I told him which one I wanted. I just sent him a picture and I was like, I want this one because it's I believe it's called Droll Yankees. Ranger was barking at the fence, so I came out here because I was going to show you Ranger barking at the fence because he's so funny. The minute I come out here, he stops barking, but he really is hilarious. Someday I'm going to get him barking at the fence. So you can see now he's looking for something. He came out here a minute ago barking like there was something on the fence. I didn't ever see anything. But he doesn't like scavenger birds. I thought maybe there were scavenger birds out. Okay, now he's barking. He's looking up and barking. What? What is it? What is it you're barking at? Hey, where's your friends? Where's your friends? Are your friends out here? Who's out here? So like he doesn't have friends over there, so I don't know what he's. This is what he was barking at before. There's nothing. I see nothing. So anyway, I was going to say the scavenger birds. He hates them. They're the ones that eat the roadkill and whatever. If something gets killed on the road and it gets dragged into our, they'll drag it into our yard in our field over there across the fence, and they'll eat it. So he hates those huge birds, but I don't see any out here, so I don't know what he's barking at. But anyway, it's humorous. But he was barking a minute ago at the back of the fence, so you can see him looking up in the air, sniffing, like what's out here. I don't know. Anyway, I was going to show you my feeder, but the whole reason I came out here was to see if he would bark at the fence, because he's so funny. What are you barking at? Who's out here? Here he comes. He's going to hit me. Who's out here? Who is it? Ranger, where are your friends? Oh, okay. See, there's no friends over there. What? Are your squirrels? Are there squirrels out here? What is up? Okay. No clue. No clue. Anyway, I was going to tell you about the feeder because I got it early. I got it early because, oh look, my forsythia is blooming. That's funny. We'll go out here and look at the forsythia. My forsythia is very scraggly. The guy that came out here and did some yard work for me, he cut the bush back, which was good. It needed it. That was not what I asked him to do, but he did cut it, which is fine. That green thing you're seeing with the little round thing sticking up out of the ground, that is our shelter, tornado shelter, because we live in a tornado area. We've only had to get in there a few times. Thankfully, Ranger hates it. He hates it with a passion. But anyway, behind there, blooming yellow, right here, close to Christmas, is my forsythia. Yes, it is that warm here. It's like 52 degrees today. We're going to get a cool down. It's been unseasonably warm for about a week and a half. Oh, and see my grasses back here? This will just be a very long addendum to my Tiny Tidy. See those kind of plumey things up there? I love the fall color, or the way this looks in the fall. Not really fall color, but it loses all its color. But look how pretty those plumes are. Anyway, this backs up to our neighbor, and they've got dogs, so he does like to run and bark. There's our little pet cemetery right there. We've had lots of little losses since we've lived here. We've lived here 28 years. We've had a lot of cats. So, and we've got 2 dogs buried back there also, and several cats. So, yeah, we've had lots and lots of cats since we've lived here. But anyway, our neighbor has cats. I mean dogs, sorry. I think she's got a cat too, but that's inside. But anyway, just thought I'd show you the yard. Why not? It's, if you don't live in the South, you don't know that we have stuff that blooms all winter long. It's a little weird, but anyway, it's just a little scraggledy blooming. This bush looks terrible. It needs a little help. Maybe it'll look better in the summer. I don't know. School buses are here. It's time for school to be out. All right, I think he's done, so I'll just wrap this up. Talk to you guys later.